Good day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we're going to take a look at the 21st World of Warcraft anniversary and everything you need to know about the celebration. And yeah, let's dive right in. To get access to the event, you simply come to a holiday celebrant. You can speak to them in any of your major cities and they will tell you to head over to the Caverns of Time. You can accept this quest on any character that has completed the starter tutorial area. The easiest way to get to the Caverns of Time will be to take the portal in your respective major city. You can just right click on it and then you are ready to go. Once you have been placed or teleported, you will immediately be in the anniversary zone. You can then hand in your quest and begin your anniversary activities. We're going to talk through those activities now, section by section. So if you want anything in particular, take a look at the timestamps below. So first, let's talk about EXP buffs and rep buffs. You will start with an automatic EXP and rep buff of 10% for your characters. When you complete the Celebrate Good Fun quest, you will then be able to get another 10% experience and reputation buff. This lasts for a flat 12 hours on your character, so it will not expire. In the next 12 hours, you have to actively play on that character for 12 hours. So that is something super important. On top of that as well, you can have your standard 25% EXP gain from your 5 max warband members. You can also get another 10% from war mode. You can then get another 10% from the drought of 5 lands for characters who are below level 49. And this will give you in total a incredibly solid, albeit pretty good 55% EXP buff, which is pretty good, I would say, overall. One little additional throw in about the rep and experience gain is it does currently apply to Legion Remix. The daily quest you won't be able to do on Legion Remix because that is not available to those characters, but you do get the flat 10% boost, which is pretty cool if you're looking to really farm those ults. So let's talk about events in the WoW anniversary. So they're the same as last year's events, except this time around they do not drop the anniversary celebration tokens. Those do not exist this time around. They are simply done to complete the Celebrate Good Fun achievement every day. We will receive your blessing and some additional gold. On top of that as well, they also can be done to complete achievements. Your major celebration will be the Story Time, the Mount Mania, and the Fashion Frenzy, which rotates cyclically every 15 minutes. Once they are completed, you will then get the next event standby, and then you will be able to move on to the next one. There's no reason this year to participate in them, aside from the daily quest, which is Warbound, and also, of course, the actual achievements. We have also your daily lore question, where you can answer a lore question, and you'll be able to get a couple Time Warp badges. There are some introductory quests, meet and greet, and shopping spree. Completing these will also give you some Time Warped badges. There is the Chromie quest, so you can collect the Chromie Codex quest. This will give you 200 Time Warp badges, which is great. And of course, you will need to complete the Codex of Chromie event, which can be done daily. You don't have to worry about doing this on numerous ults because you can if you want to. It's not like they're tied to your ults, but there's not a lot of prizes to obtain with the Time Warp badges, so it's not like you need to farm them too heavily. You also have the World Boss and the PvP quests. So you have Soldier of Time. This is a quest that relies on you getting 500 honor in Korok's Revenge. Doing this will give you marks of honor, Time Warp badges, and also a Glorious Contenders box. You also have a chance, if you go in there, to obtain the 2 mounts from PvP. So the 2 mounts are back for PvP, which is super duper nice. The Storm Pike Mount and the Frostwolf Snarler, so the Storm Pike, Battle Charger, and Battle Ram. So this requires you to complete the Alterac Valley of Old achievement and the Frostwolf. Now the Alterac Valley of Old achievement, as you can see here, requires you to earn 200 Time Warp badges from doing quests and participating in Alterac Valley Classic. So nothing too difficult. Good time to get in on it and complete the achievement. It'll unlock both mounts regardless of what faction you're on. Then we have the Daily World Boss quest. This one requires you to go around defeating world bosses. Basically, it's pretty straightforward. A lot of these world bosses can be found all around the world. So you can see these big old icons showing you where they are, which is great. Very helpful comparative to last time. And defeating these will give you the achievement, as well as the world bosses do drop some decent loot. So it is always something that is very, very helpful. You will have to be level 15 to be in there and to obtain rewards from them. There are also some achievements for them, and there are some mount rewards available from them as well, which we'll talk about now. So the mounts have a chance to drop from the various bosses. I believe they can drop from any of them, if I'm not mistaken now. You don't have to have them drop specifically from the boss that originally did, although on some people's accounts it does seem like it has to, but from my personal experience, they drop from the boss that they originally came from. They are a chance to drop, they do not have a guaranteed drop, so we'll take a look at all of them now. We have the Illidari Doomhawk. This is dropped from the Doomwalker. We have the Reigns of the Grand Black Warmouth. This drops from the Arcarvon Stonewatcher, which Black War Mammoth, the grand one. So there we go. Drops from the Stonewatcher Arcarvon. And then we have the Reigns of the Heavenly Onyx Serpent, which can drop from numerous places. But basically the easiest way is the Shah of Anger, who appears here. So they all appear here, really, really cool. And it does help you with obtaining these mounts a lot easier. Other content that you have is instance based, so obviously you can run the raid, Blackrock Depths. This can be run on LFR, normal, and heroic. It is a special anniversary version. It drops decent gear, so it is a good way to kind of grab some pretty cool gear, which I think has all been scaled up. So as you can see, it's all been scaled up. It's not top level, but it is pretty good and it's pretty fun to do. It's also the subject of quite a few achievements as well, but we'll talk a little bit more about the achievements in general just now. But yes, there are quite a few achievements for this raid. Not to mention the bosses also drop a ton of time warp badges if you're looking to farm those as well. A special mention for the quest line with Alex, or Alex, don't know how to pronounce it, but basically this is the previous quest line that was a hidden quest line that players could achieve. I saved the party and all I got were these glasses. Now that achievement was a super secret mystery one that you could achieve back in the day. It is very easy to achieve now, which is great, and you do it by completing this selection of quests. If you need more help with these, you can always check out my videos. I will leave them pinned at the beginning of this video if you need help with that quest line. All it really does is gives you the cosmetic high alert and bright idea thinking caps, but it's just cool and it is a fun little quest line, and a lot of these achievements are connected to it, which gives you titles and other rewards. So there is tons of stuff that you do want to do to be able to get these, and so I would suggest doing so as well. There are also, of course, the different vendors that we have. Some of them are not up every day, it seems. We are not aware if that is a glitch. We'll go through each of the vendors now super quickly and then cover a couple more alternate things before we close down the celebration. So Treya is the first available vendor. She'll be selling the new obtainable Watchman's set, which you can purchase for pretty cheap. Also, she sells the tier 2 sets from last year. If you are missing any, they will be available from her. I believe there are 400 Time Warp badges each. They're not showing up for me because I have all of them, but they do not appear to be discounted. So there will be 400 Time Warp badges each. Doesn't seem like they get discounted down, so players will be able to get those sets from last year, which is something that is pretty cool, at least. We then have the time displaced PvP merchants. They are here to sell you some time warped PvP gear. These are set time warped pieces for PvP, some nice trinkets and achievements, or at least trinkets that you can obtain. You will also need to have marks of honor plus time warp badges to get these, but they're a pretty cool way to get into PvP, at least to grab some cheap trinkets, I guess, more than anything else. They harken back to major PvP trinkets from back in the day, but they don't have the same effect anymore. Historian Marie is the other vendor. She sells pets as well as a few cosmetic items, which, are pretty cool, or provide certain toy effects to your character. They aren't really anything else that she sells, so if you got those last year, you won't have anything new to get from her. The notary Grably can be found just outside of the little major hub, and he sells some titles for you. If you're a big title collector, you can go and grab those, of course, which is always something of note, I guess. Other than that, there's not any of the other vendors, most notably being the missing Reginald, the shopkeeper, who sells the mounts, which most players probably would have been interested in. That includes things like the Corehound mount, which obviously a lot of players would have been keen on getting. So it's just one of those things, unfortunately, that players are not going to be able to get this year round. Why they don't bring them back every year, I don't know. There are a couple smaller vendors that are around that will sell maybe 1 or 2 toys or some temporary items. It's not necessarily stuff that's too notable, so you can just explore the vendors if you want to find any of that. There are no raid vendors this year, so there's no time warped relic coffer keys or anything like that that you'll earn to be able to get yourself, some more raid gear outside of what drops from the raid itself. So just run the raid if you want to get the achievements. There's nothing really notable aside from that. So just before we talk about the achievements, one other thing is that there is the black market vendor located underneath the fashion frenzy zone, so you can at least speak to her. If you've never visited the black market vendor, she's at least there. Now, in terms of the achievements, you can earn the achievements for the anniversary event, so all of the achievements that are found under anniversary celebration are available. No crate left behind, which requires you to return all celebration crates, which you can follow my guide on. High alert and bright idea thinking caps. Completing the time walking dungeons, which you can do during classic time walking week. You don't necessarily have to do now. Big fan, which costs 20 votes at the fashion frenzy. I do believe that the classic time walking dungeon event will begin during the anniversary as well, so you can obviously take a look at that. I think it will start or be available, but you don't actually have to do that during the achievement anymore. Then you can get the zoomies for more than 20 seconds, cost 20 votes. You can do the quest line as mentioned before, riding the festival balloons, which you can ride over there. Defeating the originals, avid listener, listening to all the stories, etc, 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 etc. So nothing too crazy. Obviously the biggest ones now that are challenges will be you're in your Blackrock Depths and the temporal time misses, which drop from the bosses on normal or higher. So that's that. That should cover everything you need to know. Unfortunately, it seems as though it's really been scaled back this year, so there's not really too much notable to get. It's great to come back if you are someone who's missed the last couple of years and grabbing some of the mounts that maybe you didn't get. The PvP mounts being back is great, and of course it is still nice to redo the Blackrock Depths and things like that, so there is still stuff to do, plus the EXP bonus really is a big incentive. But aside from that, there's really not too much else to mention. So that's it from me. See you guys next time. Bye.